Hey guys, good morning. Well, if I thought yesterday was bad, today is not much better. We're in 20-mile-an-hour winds, and but I really want to get the boat back to the marina. And there's two reasons I'm contemplating this, and that is one, getting the boat back. The weather's not going to get any. It's going to get worse than this. It's going to keep deteriorating now for the next 4 days. It'd be 3 or 4 days before I could even think about moving the boat if I don't do this in the next couple of hours. So I'm going to call in some help. I'm not going to try and do this with just me and Beverly. And my big thing here is I want to show you. So the big thing is here is this wind it's going against me, so I want to hug those boats over there. I got to miss the front of this boat and then clear that dock over there. And then there's about a $10 million yacht parked right there on that corner. And so I've got to miss that. And one thing when you're doing this, when you're coming out and even attempting anything like this, you got to come out hot. You cannot be playing around. But what I think we're going to do here is I'm going to get the lines prepped. I'm going to have my deckhands ready. And when we see a low in the wind, we're going to go ahead and haul out of here. I think getting it into the marina over there at Homeport will be a lot easier. I mean, you can see this wind, it's howling. Getting it in Homeport will be easier than this. Homeport isn't this tight. This is a pretty tight marina. Okay to go forward? Okay guys, so I'm gonna get the go here, and I'm gonna get on these throttles. I've got to come out hot here. I cannot be playing around. It doesn't look like it because the video is, it's tough to see in the video here, but the wind is howling pretty good here, 25 knots, or 25 miles an hour. And so here I am getting out. I'm asking Bev to get on the front of the boat because I need her to spot for me on the very front of the boat to make sure I don't hit anything. Or I make that turn correct, and then I have Mark on the back of the boat making sure that my rear end's clear. Because when I'm up here on the bridge, I can't see anything within about a 10-foot radius of the boat. So here you see, I'm nervous. I'm very, very nervous right now. Now I make my turn here, I'm giving it throttle. I've got my one engine forward, one in reverse, and for a brief second there, I thought I was going to lose it because the boat wanted to go to port there, and if it had, man, that would have been a tough to recoup after something like that. Here we are. We got it on the straightaway right now. I'm excited because that's about half the battle right there. Now you can see me using the steering wheel more than I normally would, and it's just because I have to come out hot. I have to use that keel to my advantage. That's a very expensive boat here on my right. I was very nervous about making this corner, but now I know I got it. So I got one more turn to do, and this next turn is going to be, it is not for the weak of heart. Now I've got to make a decision, and I've got to pull out into current and into wind. You're going to see me here reverse right here on the port engine. To make this turn right here because I want to get that front end coming around as fast as I can. I've got to allow for current here and wind as I'm pulling out. You see me there? That's reverse port engine. And then once I get that front end coming around, now I'm getting that's reverse right there. Now both engines forward. And I'm going to give the boat some throttle right here. You'll see it for that thrust from the back there. And the reason I'm doing that is because there's a lot of current and wind right here, and I just want to get out of this hole right here because there's some very expensive boats starboard to port. Wind. Now all we got to do is get it in the hole. Woo! That'll get your blood pumping.
Turn you were worried about, even the one you needed to be worried about, it was the hardest one was probably that one.
Oh yeah, they're all butt puckering. Woo! You're not gonna learn if you don't. You know what I'm saying? And you got to be able to maneuver in. I mean, we're not in any danger here. You know what I'm saying?
Just go wreck.
Woo! So what a wonderful time we had at the marina here. It was just awesome last night. I'll show you some of the fireworks it was just an unbelievable fireworks show. So now we're gonna head back to Homeport. We are in 25 knots of wind, and I don't think putting it in the slip, and I could be wrong there, but pulling it out there was awful hairy. And it doesn't look like it, but it is. All right, I got the flag. Did you look at the miles per hour? What was on? Huh? 34 miles an hour? No, what is it on my little Okay guys, so one thing I want to make crystal clear here is we are in about 20-25 mile an hour winds. And one thing that I did before I even made this attempt here, you can even hear them on the radio here, they're calling we're in gale force winds, which is 25 plus mile an hour winds. You can hear them on the radio saying that. I called for help, so and it doesn't matter if you're on America's Great Loop and AGLAC, all you got to do is just call somebody and they'll be there for you. Other loopers, other boaters, somebody will help you in. And if you get into a situation like this, and I don't recommend anybody get into a situation like this, but I really wanted to get the boat back to its Homeport marina. And I did a couple things here. I tested my skills as a captain, because there's going to be times when I'm not going to have any choice. I'm going to have to make some decisions, and I got to be able to pull out of the marina, because in the ditch there, it's no big deal at all. Also, when I get up here a little bit closer, you're going to see this sailboat. Hold on, I'll get you over to it, and then we'll talk about that here in just a second. Yeah, it should be. There's Glenn and Laura right there. Bob's on there too. Woo! That wind's got me, big guy. Almost turned the boat sideways now and then just punch it when I get lined up. Alright, you can see this sailboat right here. It's a 36-foot Catalina, and those guys pull out shortly after I pull in. Just about the time we got my dock lines pulled in, they're pulling out, and they got that boat in a lot of trouble. They got in trouble very, very quickly, just by backing out into the marina, and they were very close to doing some damage, but there was a few of us out there, and we just talked them through it, and we were able to help them and get them settled. But it was a lot of work, and you can see me here working the controls now as I get ready to make this turn right here. Port, I'm giving it gas because again, you're coming in hot here. You should not be playing games when you're to say you can just stop your boat and just to go with no speed across the keel. You'll just lose it in this type of wind. So you've got to keep some momentum on the boat here, and when you're putting it in, even when you're trying to put it in the slip. And basically, you only have one shot at this in this type of wind with no thrusters and stuff like that. And even if I did have thrusters, I'd have to have bow and stern thrusters to really save me. But I get it in the slip here, nice and smooth. And you can see me working the throttles, working the engines, forward, reverse,